Welcome into Coast Mesa. Justin Burns with you here on a Friday, 3 minutes till 1 p.m. on a warm and sunny day. The clouds have almost all dissipated except the fog one's way out over the ocean, which is straight out from us. Here we are at the Vanguard softball field for the final game of this week, of this Friday. To get your weekend started is the West Coast Wild and the Ducktown Quacks going at it here today. Justin Burtis, happy to have you on side and hope you are ready for some good softball action. It's Sofia Garcia getting the start for the West Coast Wild, and she'll be throwing to this order for the Quacks. And her first pitch comes in here. Grounded left side, through for a base hit. Alessandro Colenso leading off. The center fielder will be followed by left fielder Izzy Phillips. Grace Diaz, the right fielder, bats third. Kate Hardy at shortstop bats in the cleanup spot. Presley Lawton in the 5 hole. Rain Althouse bats 6. From third base, Reagan Johnson bats 7th. Savannah Mitchell batting 8th. And Tara Skinner batting 9th. Garcia throwing to Austin Comstock behind the plate. And delivers that one. Left side, another bouncer. Large ball, up throw is not in time. Back-to-back infield singles for the Quacks. Addie Myers at first, Harper Campanella at second. Large ball at the shortstop position, Lily Rice at third. Gina Montoya, McKenna Dare, and Lilia Griffel going left to right in this Vanguard softball outfield. That's 218 in the left field corner, 215 in the right field corner. Swing and a foul. Makes it 0-1 to Grace Diaz, hitting for the Quacks in the 3 hole as this Ducktown sign. That's another foul. 0-2. Entering at 1-9, the Wild at the other end of the standings. They are 8-2.
What the heck, bro? You started without me?
Ball in the dirt, and Colenso is safe at third. Holds on with the fingertips.
That was just a straight still base. Or no, pass.
Yeah, yeah. PB. So runners at first and third. Garcia brings it home. Swing and lifted foul left side.
I'm so happy to be back out here.
Yeah. Feels clean.
I know, right? It's always like, oh, that's really cleaned up.
Garcia rolls the next one in high for a ball. Garcia, Lewis Clark player, out there with 2 of her teammates. Gets set, delivers home. That's hit to the left of her, and there's only going to be one play. Campanella flips to second, and a run scores on an RBI fielder's choice for Grace Diaz, and the Quacks are ahead 1-0. Garcia, 22 innings of work as her 4th start, 2-0, 24 hits, 11 runs entering the day, only 5 earned, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.59. Kate Hardy, the hitter. High for a ball. 1 out, 1 in here in the top of the first. The Quacks scoring on a pair of singles and a fielder's choice. Grace Diaz picking up her 5th RBI. That ties Alyssa Donovan at the top of the team leaderboard. Hardy sitting on 3 RBI, 8 hits, 7 singles, and a double. A .348 hitter. Entering this Friday's action, outside for a ball, and that is a walk. So that puts 2 aboard again for Presley Lawton. Lawton swings, fly out to right as it is found by Griffel. Thrower out number 2, and a strong throw over to third. Ensures that DS doesn't advance, and that's 2 outs. Lawton entered the day as a .364 hitter, tied for the team lead with 8 hits, 7 singles and a triple for the Oregon Duck, but now it brings up Rain Althouse. High for a ball to Rain, who entered today's action with a .179 average, 3 hits, 2 singles and a triple, and 26 at-bats. Hitting .115, swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Garcia in the motion. Outer half, strike 2. Garcia ahead here against the 6th hitter in the order for the Ducktown team, with Reagan Johnson on deck. 1-2. Laser in foul territory.
Watch out, Jane.
Coach Jane Texer over there getting a little reminder she's kind of in the hot corner on the left side. She was an outfielder at the University of Texas back in the day, so maybe not used to having the quick ones like that come at her. That's popped up in the shallow right center field. Griffel coming on, and a backhand squeeze will retire the side. 2 hits bring in a run, and it is 1-0 after half an inning. The fielder's choice RBI for Diaz, putting the Quacks ahead. Ducktown will be throwing Tara Skinner for her 7th start. 0-4 Skinner, 52 hits, 38 runs, 30 earned, 26 walks to 13 Ks, a 6.92 ERA. She'll be throwing to Lawton, who's getting a start behind the plate after mostly staying in the outfield in this series. Savannah Mitchell at first, Reagan Johnson at second, Kate Hardy at shortstop, and Althouse at third. Left to right, Izzy Phillips, Alessandra Colenso, and Diaz in right. The order for the Wild. Jada Montoya leading off. Maddie Lardy-Zalbel batting second. Austin Comstock in the 3 spot. McKenna Dare bats 4th. Addie Myers in the 5 hole. Harper Campanella batting 6th. Lily Rice 7th. Raina Egbert 8th. Sophia Garcia 9th. 10 is Leah Griffel. And 11th will be Mackenzie Warner.
Hi. No. Oh, hang on.
Jada Montoya leading off here in the bottom of the first. And Montoya is set to take on Skinner, who delivers outside for a ball. Jada Montoya entering as a .345 hitter, 10 hits, 9 singles, and a triple, an RBI for a .345 average. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Wild wearing the white with the red today. Ducktown wearing the black pants. Their jersey more teal than the white. That's a swing and a miss. 1-2 on the off-speed changeup from Skinner.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like I'll just try to
5'11" right-hander.
clean them well.
Deals. And Montoya waited for the off-speed, and it hits off the fence and falls down for a foul ball.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Next one outside, strike 3 called on the outer half. Skinner, first strikeout.
Another place that I don't train.
And it's 1 up, 1 down.
Do it there, and then for now, you can just stay there.
Lauter out of Medford, Oregon, catcher and utility. Two-time all-conference catcher for North Medford. So again, the first appearance for her behind the plate, and she has a strike into her mitt as Lardizabal stands in, looks at the first offering. She's hitting .480, 12 hits, 7 singles, 2 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, 7 driven in to lead the team, and hits that one foul,
That one,
though very high in the sky.
not try to bring with the, what's it called? To bring inside.
0-2 to Lardizabal, hitting .480, 519 on base percentage. Foul tip. Keeps it alive. Clemson player down 0-2. With Austin Comstock on deck.
No, I think that's a good idea. I'm just like
Lardizabal looks at a ball. 1-2. As the
literally, I held on to them for like 2
shortstop is
Come on, baby, go.
a couple hits potentially away from joining the above 500 batting average tier here, and that is ripped to left field, tailing towards the left field line, falls in. It's going to be 1. It's going to be 2 for Lardizabal. She's turning for 3. The throw is cut off by the shortstop. Throw is off her batting helmet. Skinner's there to back up, and that will be a triple as Phillips ran as fast as she could towards the line, and the ball just hit the deck before she could get there, bouncing the corner. Lardizabal with her 3rd triple, moving her into a tie for the top of the league in that category. Trailing by a run with 1 out. A runner at 3rd for Comstock. First pitch outside for strike, I believe. Hitting .448 is Comstock. 12 singles and 1 double in 29 at-bats.
I was thinking this.
Hits it right back up the middle. It's 1-1 as Comstock picks up her 7th RBI of the summer.
Something like that.
Lardizabal with the 1-out triple. Scores her 8th run. And Comstock with the RBI brings up McKenna Dare. Swing and launches that one foul, straight back behind us. A .357 hitter is Dare. 10 hits, 7 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, 4 driven in. In 28 at-bats. Away for a ball, 1-1.
And I could, if I was just gonna say, if I do like pull the points out of it and then clean it again, I could.
Skinner, 1-1. Ball at the belt, puts it in the glove. Rolls in and dares. Towers one foul. That's towards the parking lot. Finds pavement. The silence as it floats in the air towards all the property there in the parking lot. Holding your breath, hoping you don't hear a big glass shattering crash.
Yeah. Like if I do move, we'll probably tell facilities to
Skinner
into the apartment.
winds off speed. Dare waited on it and just one in time to connect and earn a foul ball. 1-2. Skinner in the motion.
Oh, so like it's most
That
likely
is outside for a ball.
She's like, I'm not ready to give you your keys, but it's probably going to be most likely like end of day today. I think
2-2. Inbound. Popped up. This is in the infield. Hardy waiting and 2 steps forward has it for out number 2. Back to first goes Comstock. Hattie Myers represents the 5th batter in the order for the Wild. 393 hitter, 11 hits, 7 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 8 runs driven in leads the West Coast Wild. And 1 or 2 off the league lead. Savannah Gatewood has that for a ball. Savannah Gatewood of the Salty Waves got to 10, I believe, this morning. Yes. No, she's at 9. Avery Cordell got to 10 as that misses 2-0. Those two flipping back and forth for the league high. Myers sitting in third, tied with Melina Alfano on 8 RBI. Ashley Lawn with the crush at 7 lands in 5th. Skinner with 3 straight outside the zone. Next one, low at the knees, so a 2-out walk puts runners at first and second. Harper Campanella, a 393 hitter. 11 total hits, 5 singles, 3 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 6 driven in. Looks at the first pitch, swings, it's high in the air, left side, Hardy, Althouse, no one's calling for it, and it lands on the wrong side of the base, or is it fair? The umpires look at each other. They're going to walk out and have a discussion. It literally hit third base on the left side. So I'd be interesting to see what they decide. I think that means it's a fair ball. If it hits the base, it's in play. And they will send everyone back. 0-1 to Campanella. Thought she had a very interesting single, how it developed, but 0-1 count.
You hung up on me.
Skinner pumps in a ball under the knees. 1-1. Because it was paid like 1-1. Campanella swings, check swing foul. Wanted to stop her swing, but the ball was straight into her bat. Hit the lower portion of it, right above the handle. Sounded really weird. And it's 1-2 now. The delivery, the changeup, and it's behind Lawton. The runners advance to second and third. Comstock at third, Dare at second. Or excuse me, not Dare. Myers at second. Comstock at third. Myers at second. Campanella at the plate. That's a swing and a foul tip. 2-2.
So I should get paid this.
2-2, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 1-1 game. Delivery, Campanella pops up. It's going to drop Mitchell. It's off her glove. 2-1 in favor of the Wild.
No. Right. And it's so dumb because they did it to so many people, and then people did ask about it. It's like Megan, like
That is low for a ball.
And it was kind of like that's just how it is.
3 hits now in the inning, as that one very shallow. Mitchell did everything she could to get to it, just came up short on the dive. Next pitch is outside and wide to Lily Rice, who's hitting 300 with 6 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles, and 20 ABs. 2-1, Rice right to Hardy, who's got it. She reaches down with the mitt, and it pops right into her glove. But
Austin got
the West Coast Wild with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Head to the top of the second, 2-1 in favor of the Wild.
like I know I'm not.
Top of the second.
A couple of glass shelves.
First pitch. In their first strike to Reagan Johnson.
Just spread them out. Leave most of it open.
Hopefully that
Just put things on.
got to see the man behind the screen there. Hopefully that
There's glass shelves
heard the
too. And glass.
camera could use a quick clean as that's fouled away. 0-2 Johnson. Entering with 136 average, 3 hits, 2 singles, and a double, but it's not because for want of trying, it's because she has not played in almost 2 years. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
And have, like, be able to see my stuff.
Johnson with one injury after another, costing her 2 seasons. So she's finally healthy. Telling me the story yesterday. Happy to see that she is back to enjoying the game. And hopefully this will help kickstart
Anne was like, I'll help you move
her
those
softball
white
career, as that is low on a ball to Savannah Mitchell. A 136 hitter. Mitchell 3 hits, a double, a single and 2 doubles in 22 at-bats. Reaches for it and fouls it. Garcia ready. And in the motion, that's high for a ball. Riser that Mitchell doesn't reach for.
But that does, like,
Johnson hitting above 400 in her high school career. And now Mitchell at the plate. 1 out. Ball 2. Same pitch, same result. Honey the cute dog back helping us keep the stats and do on the broadcast. That is straight behind us for a foul. That finds the pavement. Tara Skinner on deck for the Ducktown as they trail now 2-1. And a full count of the plate to Mitchell.
It's a nice thing to have in there.
Garcia delivers low. Actually, that is a walk to Mitchell, who doesn't know it yet. And now she gets the good news that she's got a free trip on to first.
Oh, yeah, I'll probably put the gate there, but yeah.
Brings up Tara Skinner.
And then when I'm home, I just have the door open, and that's easy. But
no hits and 13 at-bats for the tall righty. Pitcher trying to help her own cause. Swain, that's towards second. Should be 2. Lardizabal. And a bad catch by Warner at first. And it's going to be 1 out.
Who fielded it?
So that's a little doinker right over first base and into right field. So a walk.
Oh, the gate. I was like, but what could be
Skinner
nice
reaching and Alessandra Colenso.
for any reason, I
2 times to the plate and 2 hits in this game.
but then have the gate.
In her days, a 118 hitter with 2 singles. So now she has doubled her hit tally. Just like that. Swing and a foul tip makes it 0-1 to Phillips.
Yeah.
First multi-hit game for Colenso in this summer season.
Whole family affair in that hallway.
Izzy Phillips, 111 hitter, 1 hit in 9 at-bats so far. The incoming freshman looks at strike 2 at the belt down
Not
the middle.
To me, sorry to Honey, but you know.
Skinner on second.
I've got 2. Yeah. So, it was funny.
2 outs.
Sorry, no, I was talking. I'm doing stats on this all
The windup, and that's low for a ball. Colenso almost got halfway to second. Turned around. The Skinner wasn't going anywhere. 1-2.
The couch yet 'cause I was like
Warner couldn't field the throw over at first. That would have turned a double play. That's outside and wide. 2-2. Two's wild here. Skinner represents the tying run.
Yeah.
Grace Diaz on deck. I believe as that is a foul. I think Western Carolina is the destination for Izzy. Once
And then what? Get new
the
links for the other one?
college year begins. Late August, early September.
Yeah, I saw where like you can just contact their customer service and you can get the different parts, like because they're supposed to be modular. You know, you can
And the pitch
just
is fouled off to the right.
so. Well, that was the other thought I had. Technically, yes, but then that still leaves me with just one.
2-2, 2 outs. Another one is hit towards Lardizabal. Picks it up.
Oh,
Great throw to Warner. That will retire the side. So a couple of hits.
so no, that is a
Leave
good
two
point, 'cause
runners
I was
on
thinking
base
about that today
and
because
no
I was
score.
like, oh, I should paint
We head to the
the
bottom of the second.
cherry
2 on Wild.
because they're brown.
Marina Egbert stands in to lead off for the Wild. Bottom part of the order. Egbert, Garcia, Griffel due up to start it. Skinner throws one high and wide for a ball.
Looking forward to just spending some time in town, you know, going up to the lakes and stuff.
Egbert hitting .250. A home run, 2 doubles, 3 singles, and 24 at-bats. Sends that one foul. 1-1. Egbert's home run going .225 out there into the left field corner.
Oh, yeah,
Booming shot. No player has yet to hit more than 1 home run. Now I do believe we have 4 or 5 in total across the summer series at a park that is got the wind blowing in towards the hitters and is longer than most softball fields across the country. As that one's high for ball 2, 2-1. 4 home runs, and Egbert drives that into the gap. That's going to one-hop the fence. It's going to be a double for Marina as the NYU player is hustling and is in there standing up.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Harper Campanella, Addison Myers, Marina Egbert, and Marta Zabel. 4 Wild players, the only ones to leave the yard here at the Vanguard softball field so far this summer. Egbert picks up her 3rd double of the summer season. Garcia foul tip to the screen. 0-1. She's hitting .400. 8 hits. 7 singles and a double, driving in 4. And she's got a runner in scoring position. The delivery going the other way again. Foul. Now 0-2.
Go Okay, peek up, peek up.
Yeah, honey? Yeah. I know it's so hot. Hot for little dogs. That one comes in. Garcia waits on the changeup and fouls it to the screen. And boy, does Skinner take a lot off that one. It just kind of floats in there. Kind of a knuckleball. She can't quite bamboozle Garcia, and that's another foul. Bringing the heat is Skinner. Still 0-2. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. On its way low for a ball. 1-2. Leadoff double for Egbert. The fourth hit of the game for the Wild, who have 2 singles, 2 extra base hits, 2-2 high and away. The delivery from Skinner, 2-2. Hit and past the run of Hardy from shortstop. Egbert's going to hold at third. A double and a single has runner at the corners for the Wild. Five hits. Leah in the game. Leah Griffel has 3 hits, 2 doubles, and a single. 2 runs batted in, hitting 120 and 25 ABs. Looking to punctuate another run here for the Wild. That's outside for a strike on the outer corner. Griffel bends the bat up. Doesn't swing and takes a ball. 1-1. Runners at the corners, no outs. Bottom 2. Straight back behind us.
Every time you sit back down. Over the fence. Over the fence. Yes. Nice.
Ball and 2 strikes to Griffel.
Wonder how much of our budget is just on buying balls because we lose so many. A lot. Hey, at least we're not paying for them.
Amen, sister. 1-2. On its way. Oh, and the knuckler swing and a miss on the drop third strike, and Griffel is tagged out to complete it for out number 1. Could you imagine? Two quick outs as Mackenzie Warner pops up to Reagan Johnson. Warner with 2 singles and 14 at-bats for 143 average. Back to the top of the order, Jordan Montoya looks at that knuckler. Garcia, as it drops into the dirt too early, scoots over to second. The Wild pitch. Back to the top of the order for the Wild. We're hitting .341 as a team. That's high and away for a ball. Montoya hitting .345, 10 hits, 9 singles, and a triple. 1 run driven in. Could increase that by a factor of 2 if she gets a single or a double. Looks at a strike down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Delivery on its way. Low for a ball, gets past Lawton. And Marina Egbert scores. It's 3-1. Garcia ends up at third. Montoya awaits the delivery, and Skinner offers it. High for a ball. That is Skinner's second walk of the day. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Tara. Lardizabal digs in. Fifth in the league in batting average. Hardy, it bounces right past her. It's in for Garcia, and Montoya will hold at third, going first to third on the single by Lardizabal, who's now 2 for 2. Four to 1 as she pockets an RBI. The Clemson player now 14 hits in 27 at-bats. Just about 500, RBI number 8 to tie the team lead and move into a tie for second in the Summer League. Austin Comstock, 1 for 1 for an RBI single, looks at strike 1. Also just a hair shy of batting 500 or over. 7. That's a strike. 7 RBIs now for Comstock. And a throw over to Althouse at third is not in time. Montoya dashes back in. Lawton sets up, and it's hit right back to Skimmer. It's off her glove, and everyone's going to be safe. An RBI single makes it 5 to 1. As Comstock another RBI and is 2 for 2. Comstock and Lardizabal putting up 2 more runs. They're at second and first respectively. 7 hits in the game now for the Wild, and McKenna Dare hits a foul. 0-1. Pavement. Everybody's safe over there. 3 in, 2 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the second. Skinner rocks forward. Dare takes the ball. It's 1-1. She's switching back to the red and black bat after experimenting with the black and highlighter color one that she brought out recently. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. 5-1 your score. Dare takes the one inside. 3-1 now. I think it hit her then. Yeah, hit her. Oh. So that will load up the bases. Addison Myers, a walk, 0 for 0. On base percentage of .438 entering the day. Takes a strike. That's her 4th walk taken. Tied for second on the team. Montoya leading that department with 6. The delivery. Low and in. A ball and a strike. Every base is occupied here in the bottom of the second. 2 gone. Skinner just needs 1. And the 1-1 is lofted right behind second. Rankin Johnson coming on, squeezes it. And she will make the play to retire the side and leave the bases loaded. But 3 come in the bottom of the second. 4 hits and a walk. And it's 5-1 as we head to the top of the third. Garcia has a 4-run cushion, and it will be Grace Diaz, followed by Kate Hardy.
Just getting her up to speed.
And Presley Lawton to start the third. It's a ball. Diaz puts the bat up and looks at ball 2. The Ducktown Quacks needing 4 over the next 2 top innings plus this. We're only going 5 this afternoon. That's outside for a strike. 2-1. And if you were wondering about games tomorrow, there are no games tomorrow. They have been canceled so that everybody can get an extra day's rest. A lot of games over the past 2 weeks since outside. Ball 3, 3-1. So don't come to the Vanguard softball field. Don't tune in tomorrow. No games. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back here on Monday. Garcia winds, fires, fouled away. Full count.
Yep. Oh, ouch.
That hit something. Garcia delivers that payoff pitch, and that's lined into the gap in left center field, but good work on Montoya to cut it off and hold her to a single. But Grace Diaz gets a base knock. Her 9th hit in now 27 at-bats. Kate Hardy took a walk her first time up. That's a ball. Wind up, and Hardy fouls it away.
They said, you can hit us with balls, so we can hit you.
2-1. Oh, shoot. That one to left center field, and McKenna Dare runs over and catches it. A runner on first, and 1 out for Presley Lawton. Reminded myself that I may not have put sunscreen on my nose, like real quick. Reapplied. Huh?
Your hat's covering it.
Yeah, that's okay. Lawton looks at a ball. Comstock, good block. Left pad save. Keeps Diaz at first. University of Oregon player with a 1-0 count in her favor. Swings, foul territory, and it will be caught by Rice. And that is out number 2 on the foul out. Althouse with a fly out her first time out, 0 for 1. That's a strike on the outer half. Hits that one to right field, but Griffel is there. And after the leadoff single, it is 3 balls in the air that are caught by the Wild. And a runner left on base, headed to the middle part of the third. 5-1 in favor of the Wild. 1-1 to Harper Campanella, and that is over to Reagan Johnson. Throw is a one hop, and it's a bad one. An error, the first of the game. Campanella safely aboard. Jonathan Reevedover made the backhand play. I think it tried to go quickly from the transfer glove to hand. It threw a little too far down. Mitchell couldn't scoop it. That one's fouled straight back to the screen. So Campanella aboard both times, an RBI single and reach on error. Lily Rice standing in, 0-1 count. She lined out to first, her first time up. First pitch, not the ball. Rice takes another ball, and that allows Campanella to scoot to second. Has had 2 3-game hitting streaks, has Rice, the first 3 games, and then June 20th, 24th, 25th. Did not have a hit yesterday. Pitch from Skinner. Outside, it missed. 5-4 win for the Wild in that affair.
Gone.
5 runs on 7 hits, 4 runs, 5 hits for the Quacks, and 2 errors. That's a strike. Full count. Egbert on deck. Bombed a double her first time up. Rice goes opposite field. It falls in for a single. Campanella is going to be sent home. The throw is to Johnson. It goes past her. And now there's going to be a play at second. Althouse makes the tag, and it is in time. But an RBI single for Lily Rice puts the Wild ahead 6-1. So brings up Egbert. Rice picks up RBI number 6, and Egbert goes to the right center field gap and has herself a 2-for-2 day, a double and now a single. We'll give her a chance to hit consistently, and she's starting to pick up the pace from the plate. For a pitcher that has not gotten any at-bats at NYU, making a case that maybe for her grad year, she's pursuing, I think it was a master's, someone was saying. Maybe she should, on her final year, get a crack or two at the plate. A wind up and delivery, swing and a miss from Garcia. A ball and a strike to the pitcher, who hit a single her first time up. Yes, honey, hello. You need some love. Garcia, fly out 2 right. Out number 2. Egbert tads and holds. Garcia extends her hitting streak. The single last time up, that is now 7 games in a row. Started with 2 hits on the 18th, and she's had at least 1 ever since. Griffel takes the ball. 1-0 to the number 10 hitter in the lineup with Mackenzie Warner on deck. Balled inside, and a wild pitch advances the runner. 2 out the plate.
What'd you have for lunch?
3-0, Griffel. Yet to see one in the zone. So she give herself the green light here on 3-0. Skinner. And Griffel does. It's to right field, but holding up. will be the final out. So runner left on base, but another run comes home off a pair of hits. And the score, as we head to the top of the fourth, is 6-1. Top four, and the Quacks back to the bottom part of the order. Reagan Johnson over one, a strikeout. Hoping to get her softball career back on the track after, again, hitting 400 in high school her senior year. Wanting to find a groove, get going into this 25-26 school season. Egbert into pitch for the Wild. Johnson hits it back up the middle. A nice base hit. And now it gets all the way to the fence. Johnson holds up near second, is in the rundown, headed back to first. The throw goes over, and the tag is applied. And she will be out number one as McKenna Dare let it get by her somehow. Johnson's tried to take advantage, and it gets thrown out.
Like golf? I said single first and then out at first? Or out at second?
On last play. And then do center. Lardsable one. Ball one. So fourth hit of the game, and Johnson's now 1 for 2, but is also out number one. Savannah Mitchell, a walk her first time up, swings, and that's hitting the top of the fence, stays in the park. Egbert with her 8th appearance, 4-1. 28 hits, 17 runs earned, of which 17 runs of which 14 have been earned, 10 walks to 17 Ks, an ERA of 4.45. And that's lofted to left field. Montoya runs over, 2 outs. You had your picture, yeah.
Oh, and that's switch it?
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Tara Skinner standing in. Egbert delivers another one. That's hit left side. Campanella in the glove. And a throw across the diamond retires the side in order. Up and down despite the hit. And we head to the bottom half of the inning. With the Wild up by 5, they're looking for more in this 5-inning game. Bottom 4, and Mackenzie Warner. Pop up her first time out will lead things off.
Oh, that's so fair. That's actually smart.
Savannah Mitchell making her 9th appearance. 0-4 with 37 hits, 21 runs, but only 10 earned. A walk, 7 Ks, and 3.23 ERA. So pitcher on pitcher here as Warner 0 for 1. 2 hits in now 15 trips to the plate. Takes a ball to start off the bottom of the 4th. Next one on its way. Warner, left side, Althouse, waits for it. Clutches, throw is to the fence over Tara Skinner, who offers a tall target, but Althouse sails that one in air. Puts Mackenzie Warner aboard. Second error of the game for the Quacks. Top of the lineup, Montoya. My guess is, if we're only doing 5 innings, if 3 runs come across... What?
Who is that at third?
Hardy. That's a foul for Montoya. My guess is if 3 runs were to score, that would be essentially the same as 8 after 5, but we'll see. Maybe they'll just play 5 regardless. Then call it a day here on this Friday. An hour into this one.
I can get away.
The delivery, that's outside for a ball. A ball and a strike. Althouse and Hardy switching on the left side. And Skinner now at first. That's main changes here for the Ducktown side. Montoya, Hardy runs through with the left arm and throws over to second for out number 1. Hockey goalie swipe up from Hardy to dig that one up. Montoya aboard at first, but 1 out. What? Lards the ball to the left center gap, and it's going to get down for at least a single. Montoya's going to go first to third. Lards the ball is going to fire into second. The throw is not in time. The 10th hit of the game, and the single makes Lards the ball 3 for 3. No, she's at third. So hit save. Undo. And then just single. Yep, and then advance her to third on last play. Advance her to second on throw. And then, I don't know if it was ball or strike. So fielder's choice now single, has runners at first and second. Austin Comstock, 2 singles, 2 RBI, hits it to second, and Johnson can't find it. And that's going to be an error on Johnson, the 3rd error of the game for the Quacks, and it is now 7-1. Lards the ball over to third. Runners at first and third. And that is hit to right field, dropping for a single. And it's going to be a throw into second, sliding in, and out is Comstock. McKenna Dare picks up the RBI hit. It's 8-1. And the player caught trying to get to second is Comstock didn't have the best read on the fly ball. It was dropping. She didn't take off until it hit the ground. And the throw coming in from Diaz and right. That one's hit to center, and it will be caught by its center fielder for out number 3. But a couple hits produced 2 runs, and it's 8-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. All right, top of the fifth, 8-1 the score, and the first batter up is the top of the order, Colenso. Grounds out.
Somebody just died.
Hmm?
Somebody just ground out.
Ground out Colenso.
Oh, there's Bob.
Colenso with the ground out on the right side. First time that she has been out today. Izzy Phillips, a single and a ground out. Kenzie Warner trying to seal the deal. That's going to be a bloop single to center. Fifth into the game for the Quacks. You have a new pitcher.
Hit that edit button. Edit. Oh, what? Who's second?
Myers. Actually, it's
Rough.
you is you. Myers is you. Myers. I don't know. That's gonna be a single and then an error as the play comes into second. Trying to figure out the stats because some people have moved around. So Grace Diaz makes it back-to-back singles. And an error on the right fielder. Yeah, field an error right field. Advance on save error. No, save. Save error.
She was running off. Just took her.
So that brings up Kate Hardy. Deficit is 7, 1 out. Hardy takes one just over the belt.
You said that's Myers? Third?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Great. Game changer get a little hectic there when you need to catch up on something. But Jess is already a pro. That's a strike for Hardy. 1-1. Cool under pressure. She's a former softball player, folks. She gets it.
She gets it.
Next pitch, Hardy, low inside, 2-1.
Been alone.
Played up in Mammoth, yes?
Yes.
What's the high school up there?
Mammoth High School?
Mammoth High School. There you go. Because we're certainly young, we won't talk about dates.
Yep.
Because that's high for ball 3, 3-1. Warner, runners at first and second, one away on a ground off to Colenso. Back-to-back singles, and an error has him at second and third, and now making first, second, and third as a walk loads up the bases. Presley Lawton with the bases loaded. Chance to cut into the lead here. She has 3 runs batted in, couple off the team lead. That's outside for a ball. 1-0. Her first start as a catcher in this summer series. Now trying to power a run or two across the board. Flaying in a foul tip since Althouse scattering over on the right side. Black batting helmet shining bright for the Oregon Duck. Seems appropriate. They always seem to have good shiny football helmets as that's infield fly. Batter is out and is caught by Rice for out number 2. Bases loaded. Althouse with 2 flyouts is tasked to try and keep the inning and the game going. Here for the Ducktown Quacks. First pitch, swing and foul tip. The windup and the delivery. Althouse, a good slash, but it's foul. And she's now down to her last strike. 0-2. wind up, and that's low in the dirt. Good block by Comstock.
Yeah.
1 and 2 now to Rain. 0 for 2 on the day. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Two's on the board with the bases loaded here in the top of the fifth, and we're only doing 5. Wild having all 3 of their pitchers throw on this Friday afternoon. Althouse, toward short. Lardizabal, great throw, and that will do it. The ground out to short will leave the bases loaded, and the game will come to an end. The Wild win 8-1. The Quacks fall to 1-10, and the Wild to 9-2. As the Wild scored 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 7 runners left on base. A run on 6 hits, 3 errors, and 6 runners left on base for the Quacks. In the game time of an hour and about 13 minutes here on this Friday afternoon. For the Wild, Tara Skinner will take the loss. Had a strikeout and issued 2 walks and hit a batter in her 4 innings of work today. Colenso 2 for 3, 2 singles. Phillips is 2 for 3 day with 2 singles. The fielder's first RBI and 2 singles for Diaz, 2 for 2. Walk, single, fly out for Hardy, 1 for 2. 0 for 3 was Lawton. Althaus, 1 for 2 Johnson. Then was thrown out trying to stretch that single into a double. 0 for 1 with a walk was Mitchell. 0 for 2 was Skinner. On the other side, Jada Montoya. Walk, fielder's choice, strikeout 0 for 1. Lardizabal, 2 singles, 1 RBI and a triple. 3 for 3. Austin Comstock, 2 RBI singles and an error, 2 for 2. Kenneth Dare, an RBI single, hit by pitch and a pop out, 1 for 2. Addison Myers, a walk, fly out, and a pop out, 0 for 2. A single and an RBI for Harper Campanella and an error, 1 for 1. An RBI single, line out for Lily Rice, 1 for 2. Marina Egbert with a nice performance from the circle and a 2 for 2 day from the plate with a single and a double. Single fly out for Sofia Garcia. A strikeout and a fly out for Leah Griffel, 0 for 2. And Mackenzie Warner, an 0 for 1 day with a pop out and reach on an error. And hard to say, but a 3 for 3 day and a couple good plays in defense. Maddie Lardizabal will say is the player of the game for the Wild, who increased their lead at the top of the standings. And she is now joining one of 5 players in this summer season to be hitting over 500. Well, that will do us for us here on the Vanguard softball field. Justin Burtis, Just Van